Students, today we will start exercise 5.1 of chapter number 5, data handling, class 8. Okay, so here we have to study about different graphs and charts. So let me represent the first two charts of this exercise. One is histogram, or we can say graph. Okay, one is histograph and second is bar graph. Okay, so there is a slight difference between histogram and bar graph. What is that if your graph can be, or if your data can be classified into intervals, okay, or if we can categorize all the given datas into some specific particular categories, then it could be represented in the form of histogram. Okay, but if we cannot classify all the datas into class interval, then it could be seen as bar graph. Okay, that is the slight difference. Now let us start question number 1. For which of these would you use histogram to show the data? First one is the number of letters for different areas in a postman bag. Okay, so if a postman is having so many number of letters in his bag, it is not compulsory that in each area he has to distribute 5 letters. Okay, means suppose in first area he has to distribute only 1 letter, in second area he has to distribute only 10 letters. So like that, means for particular area there is no specific category under which we can classify our letters. Okay, so here we cannot classify the number of letters in different areas among class intervals. So then option A we cannot represent under histogram. Now let us see option B, the height of competitors in an athletic meet. Here I have written B and D. So B number is height of competitors in an athletic meet. How? Suppose in any competition there are some competitors. Okay, so many of them, like 5 of them is having weight of 40 kg. Okay, 6 of them having weight of 80 kg. So we can classify the categories under their weights, like 40 kg weight, 50 kg weight, 60 kg weight. Means in each weight category there will be some competitors. So yes, we can classify B number option under histogram, because there we can make class interval. Now see, the number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. Okay, there are different 5 companies. Suppose first company will produce 500 cassettes, second company will produce 501 cassettes, suppose third company will produce 1000 cassettes. So there is no particular class interval that how much cassettes they will produce. So we cannot classify this among class interval. So number D, the number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at station. Okay, so yes, we can classify this under histogram. Why? Suppose number of passengers boarding for 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. there are suppose 1000 number of passengers. Similarly, suppose number of passengers boarding from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the railway station, that could be 1500. Means we can categorize number of passengers into its time duration. So yes, we can classify this into histogram. Okay, now let us see question number 2. The shoppers who came to a departmental store are marked as men, woman, boy and girl. There is a following list given who came during the first hour in the morning. Make a frequency distribution table using tally marks. Draw a bar graph to illustrate it. Okay, so I have directly written here after counting. See, these are the type of shoppers: woman, man, boy and girl. Okay, and this is called tally marks. Tally marks means 1, 2, 3, 4, one inclined line. This is called 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 1, 2, 3 is called 3. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, this is 28. So frequency or the number of total shoppers, those who are women, that is 28. Similarly with men, 5, 10, 15, there are total 15 men shoppers. Boy, there are total 5 boys who came for shopping, and there are total 5, 10 plus 2, 12. There are total 12 girls who came for shopping, and when we add all the number of shoppers, we will get 60. Okay, now here we have to represent this data into bar graph. So here you can see there is a gap between 2 bars. This is called bar, and there is a gap between bar. So whenever there is a gap between bar, that is called bar graph, and when there is no gap between 2 bars, that is called histogram. So this is our bar graph. On x-axis always represent the data which has to be classified. Okay, see, on x-axis always represent the data which has to be classified. So here we have to classify how many women came, how many men, boy and girl. So X as 6 will represent type of shoppers. Similarly, in how much we can classify the given types, okay, in which we can classify the given types as to be represented on y-axis. So number of shoppers means how many shoppers came. So here you can see I have taken scale 1 centimeter is equals to 4 shoppers. How? Whenever you will construct a bar graph in your bar copy, there is a slide box, okay, there are boxes given in your bar copy and one box is of 1 centimeter. So here make sure one thing, that whenever you construct a bar graph, the gap between first, second, third, everything should be same. Like when you subtract any two intervals, the difference should be same. So here when you subtract 8 minus 4, you will get 4. When you will subtract 16 minus 12, you will get 4. Means there is gap of 4. Okay. Now here I have represented 0, 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 12. Okay. Like that I have represented. Now how many total women came? Total 28. So we will construct a bar which will reach to 28. Up to 28. Okay. Same for men. How many men shoppers? There are 15. So we will construct a bar which will reach to 15. So here is no 15. So when you will come slide down to 16, it will give us 15. Okay. Now boy, how many boys came? 5 boys. So slightly more upside than 4, it is 5. So here I have written 5. And what about girls? 12. So here when you indicate a bar up to 12, that is called girl shopper. So this is your frequency distribution table, this is your bar graph. Okay, this is how you can construct a bar graph after making frequency distribution table. Now question 3 and question 4 are related to each other. Weekly wages of 30 workers are given. Okay, like 830, 835, 890. Means we can classify the given wages into class intervals. And the class interval which should be taken is given in the question is 800 to 810. Then 810 to 820. So after counting this data I have calculated that between 800 and 810 how many workers are working? 3. Same for 810 and 820 how many workers are working? 2. And up to between 890 and 900 how many workers are working? There are total 4 workers. So by counting the number of workers which are working between the given wages are this. Okay, and this is the tally marks according to that. Now here we have to draw a histogram also. Whenever we are having a class interval, we can make a histogram. So this is our histogram. I have told you that difference, that there is no gap between bars. So here you can see all bars are slightly attached to each other. Okay, they are not in gap. So how many workers? There you can see how many workers work between 800 to 810. There are total 3 workers. So here it is 3. 810 to 820 total workers 2. 820 to 830 total workers 1. 830 to 840 that is 9, which is maximum number of workers which are working between 830 to 840. What about 840 to 850? That is 5. Okay, here you can see. Now 850 to 860 1. 860 to 870 3. 870 to 880 1, 880 to 890 1, and 890 to 900 4. Now in question one more thing is given. What is the maximum frequency? So here we can see this is the maximum frequency which is 9. Now next question, workers who earn 850. Okay, there are how many number of workers? Those who are earn 850 and more. So here what is the number of workers? 850 is how much? Here you can see 850 is 1. So the number of workers who earn 850 rupees, that is 1. And more than that, 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. So 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 1 10. So there are total 10 workers. Now third number, how many workers earn less than 850? So the number of workers who earn less than 850 is 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2. So total it is 20. So option number 1 answer is 9, option number 2 answer is 10, and option number 3 answer is 20. Okay. In question number 5, graph is already given, and after reading the graph we have to tell what are the answers of given question. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? So you can see this is the longest graph, or we can say bar. So there between 4 to 5 hours maximum number of students watch TV. Okay. Now next question is given. Okay, how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? So here you can see less than 4 hours, 22 plus 8 plus 4, which is equals to how much? Which is equals to 34. Now last question is how many students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV? So more than 5 hours, 8 plus 6. So total 14 students watch TV more than 5 hours. So this is how we have completed our exercise 5.1. Thank you students for watching this video.